Let's tune in for the end of 2025. Hello, Suzanne Joy.
Good morning, Deborah, LeeAnn. And we are pre-recording this as we're going to be going on holiday. And so whatever is happening in the world, you'll just know that this is what we're tuning into for today. And this week, it's Gene Key 38, written by Richard Rudd. And the shadow of this is struggle. Yes, we all know that one. But out of it is the gift, and the gift is all about perseverance. And when we get to the highest essence of consciousness within this key, it's all about honor.
Yes, I am uh, a bit distracted, which is another one that we just played with recently. And when I tune in, when I pause and tune in, this key is really, really a beautiful one. And I think what a beautiful way for us to end 2025 is to look at the collective human struggle. So much, you know, anger, wanting things to be different, working against systems, and which is necessary at times. Um, but how do we do that with honor versus with the anger, with the um, lacking of the compassion, you know? So I want to just say that what I found fascinating is when we look at struggle, Richard was saying in the audio transmission that it often has to do with our habits. And as we turn the wheel into another year, and the sun is now, we've passed the solstice, so the sun is now growing in its length of time here in the Northern Hemisphere. Um, how can we look at what changes we might want to make to our habits? What habits are keeping us, or are we really like fighting with? And that's an interesting one. Like, what habits are running you?
Right. This is radical self-honesty.
Yeah, you
Because
can't hide from it.
no, and it's a lot of times we feel the struggle when we're not feeling fulfilled in our lives. And that's like the struggle is real and you're like on the struggle bus and it's like you're trying things, but it's like whatever you're trying, it's just not it doesn't. I think most of the time what happens is we're not feeling aligned. And so when you're out of kilter, that's where the
Well,
like our
yeah, our bodies, that's when we go get adjusted or, go to get a massage because there's some
right.
things kinked up in there. And, but what I want to play with is the mental struggle of habits and how you'll pick your phone up and you'll go, and then when you get to the point and go, why did I even pick this up? You know,
Yeah.
it's like those unconscious habits that when we go and, are looking for something in the refrigerator, and instead of choosing an apple, we're like, wow, those cookies look amazing over there. We know, but our habit, our body is now trained to do that. And the neural pathways we've created through those habits make it the easy way. So I can see why perseverance is required because it allows us to pause and then go, wait, what do I really want right now? Oh, a glass of water. Well, cool. I'll do that. So I liked thinking about it in terms of habits because I am reassessing a lot of my habits and going, do I really need to hold on to that? I want to shift that. So this is a great time to do that. And we're in the pause of winter, which makes it easier for us to contemplate these things. So anyway, more thoughts on perseverance, struggle?
Well, and I think I all of a sudden I heard struggles or was it obstacles or God's gift or I like it's they're always gifts in disguise. It's kind of like the shadow. You get to experience the shadow, but out of the shadow the gifts emerge.
Mm,
So instead of pushing against the shadow state. It's almost like you're pushing or repressing the natural flow of how things go. Um, but I will say, I'm going to just read this. This is by Richard. The 38th gift is the gift of perseverance. This is a gift that really thrives when you're up against all the odds. People with this gift make the impossible look effortless, even whilst externally exerting themselves fully, even whilst exerting themselves fully. These people are extremely active and physical. They have a genetic need to push their bodies and love being right in the thick of it, in the thick of action.
I
These
can think of
people,
a few people like that.
yes, they are all about people of action. So this is when they're not in their thinking mind anymore. Something inside of them is like pushing them to move. And it also knows when to hold back energy and when to move. So that's interesting that you were talking about the mental body when this is really gets down into the physical. And
Well,
it's
we have to
just,
bypass that, right? I mean,
mhm,
and that's
yeah,
why a lot of runners and cyclists and stuff, they do their work sometimes because it gives them a break from a
right.
very busy brain. That's
Yes.
cool. So
Yeah,
physical perseverance.
physical. And he talks about it being the a big archetype of this is the warrior energy. But
Yes.
it's all about being a true human being, like recognizing the struggle is a human trait of all of us.
Yeah.
And we can wallow in it or we can choose again, we if we understand that we're all connected and this is much a bigger plan and your unique gifts are part of something larger, you're not going to hang out in the struggle bus because you're going to be sharing your gifts with other people, and that will be transcending that lower frequency.
Yeah. It feels very fear-based. Um,
Oh yeah, the struggle bus.
yeah. I mean, the
Yeah,
whole thing feels very much like, oh, I have to, every time somebody goes, I'm struggling with this problem at
right.
work, I'm like,
Well,
that's when you gotta like go, I just need a break.
and
And
interestingly, this is all connected to the physiology of the adrenals.
I think that's fascinating because we know what happens when we burn out our adrenal glands.
Right. I
So
do too. Yeah. So when we're like trying to push something that's not, I had a visual this morning. So, just imagine a wet noodle or a piece of yarn and, you're trying to push it. I mean, it takes so much freaking energy when it's not like
yeah,
for you. But when you are clicking into your gifts, it like energy flows and it's like effortless. And
yeah,
you're like, "Oh my God, how easy is this? What
yeah. And
what
there's
is
a
happening?"
rhythm that just kind of allows everything to come and go and the right support systems and things all fall and the players all show up. It's so, but we need to get out of our way. And so
Yeah.
that perseverance to me, I think very often gets confused with struggle because I think of people that are known for perseverance and they still are in the pushing thing, but they're in a, if you're following it in the Richard Rudd's definition, it's much more about, oh, I'm going to pause. And what's the next smart thing to do? That once I come from my heart space and my full embodiment, then there's ease in it.
That is the quintessential piece of it. It's another quote. It simply knows in its heart when something is right, and once it has committed its full energy to its appointed task, it will never back down. It will never ever back down.
Yeah.
And it
And
flows.
that's what gives people when you have this. So, like in for your life's work, if it's something that you're here to do, you're going to run into stuff that's going to get in the way and obstacles. But it's you're like, oh yeah, well that's okay. That street's closed or that avenue, I'm going to go that way. You just keep moving
Right.
because it's see, this is the difference between the fear thing and the calling that is drawing us forward
Yeah.
versus we're running from something that's scary.
Right. And
Um,
that's different. That's totally
yeah.
different energy.
So let's can we talk about honor, because it does feel like there's the honor code, that warriors or you know, especially the Eastern. I don't know about if the Army has an honor code. Maybe it does, our national defense. But I want to talk about honor and how dropping into that space or allowing that space to be present in our lives. What does that shift?
It feels like a very dynamic energy field. To me, it's feeling of dignity. It understands the struggle and it holds the highest place for anyone like that may be in that space, but they understand their own frequency. They understand and honor even the struggle. Like they're not trying to push it
Integral,
away.
it's whole.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I'm seeing is it's actually the struggle can be used as a fuel for us or as a way for us to go, oh, that way isn't working. What else is there? What other way is
right.
possible? And with honor, it feels there's an honor to self, and there's also an honor to our surroundings, to our community, to our loved ones. So it's an energy field, it feels like. Did he say
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says honor always carries the frequency of mercy and surrender within it.
Mm,
Because you're, I don't know why this came, but it's like, thy will, not mine be done. So it's like getting that ego out of the way and just letting the God spark within us move.
right. Okay. So it has a lot to do with even the first um, sacred seal, which is about divine will too, you know?
Mhm.
Um, so I want to show you the mudra.
Okay.
It's so fascinating when I learned these, um, is how I can tap in. I feel like I can tap in, which is why he calls them Siddhic mudras. Um, Tap into that state by just honoring it. So don't cross your legs, which mine were just now, and allow your knees to be soft if you're standing. And you clasp your hands in a way where you put your palms together and your fingers together. And your thumbs are just laying up on top and on the bottom. And you're holding it out in front, almost in a circle in front of you, like you're hugging someone. It's honoring that energy field that we are. But also, he said, make sure your shoulders are relaxed because might tend to get, and that we can actually employ the back of our heart. So as we breathe in, we can feel this circle of honor that we have created, this space, this auric field of honor. And you can feel the ring, the energy ring going from our fingers up our arms and around our back and through into the other. It's really lovely.
Hmm.
Oh, and it's like another wheel, right? They're all
Hmm.
connected. As we tune into another year, we don't know what next year is going to be or what it's going to bring. Um, as we have our little bit of a break during the holidays, and but we'll let you know.
Yeah. We'll
If you
leave
have
that
any
space
suggestions,
open.
yeah, questions, we'd love to hear from you. If there's anything in particular you'd like to talk, do we want more Gene Keys talk? Do we want to play in a couple of other arenas? I do want to mention that we've had some pretty momentous things this month with the full moon and the new moon and the solstice. Um, it's and the comet 3I Atlas coming closest to our planet before it starts moving away, and then it will exit our system next spring. So there's a lot moving. So much moving.
2026 is not going to be anything like 2025.
No, and that's why we want to cultivate as much of our inner landscape so that we have that sense of resilience, that space of serenity for ourselves to return to when it gets kind of wild and woolly out there. So, from my heart to yours,
And my heart to yours.
take excellent care. See you in the new year.
Yes.